Hi there, this is going to be a general daily reading for Thursday the 20th. If it's not Thursday the 20th, then just whatever date feels good to you. I literally cannot keep track of days, as I've been telling you guys, and I swear I'm on God. I just looked at the calendar before I press record, and then it's like the second I sit down and get ready to go, it's like they just completely take it from me, and I don't know what to do. Anyways, this is going to be, oh yeah, it is Thursday the 20th, because today is Wednesday the 19th, and Mars and Mercury are opposing Pluto, okay? And I found something out yesterday, because yesterday was a fucking crazy day, and I'm finding out that it was a crazy day for most people, a lot of people that I know, and my clients and subscribers and followers. Because of all of that energy going on above, you know, as above, so below, it's this very argumentative, very low vibed, yucky, negative energy thing going on, okay? I'm not an astrologer, I don't know how else to put it. And it made sense because a lot of people yesterday were just really argumentative. They just were not of the best vibration. And you know, when you guys heard me channeling Parabellum a bit before, when I saw John Wick 3, and you know, I thought Parabellum's going to be really, it's going to be really important somehow. And you know, Parabellum is Latin for prepare for war, and it is a war. You know, we fight wars every day, whether it's within oneself, whether it's a war with, it's going to break down in so many different ways, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, mental, you know, spiritual is the biggest right now. People feel this need to want to be argumentative, and it could be caused by what's happening above, but really we have to fight against that. You know, it's really about willpower and strength. Only the strong are going to survive this, because the weak will crumble and the weak will fall susceptible to engaging in negative behavior. I was reading this whole thing about it, and it was talking about this could evoke people to feel jealous, to go into the ego, to feel like they want to fight, but they're fighting the wrong war. You're not supposed to be fighting with someone else that you don't know on the internet, on YouTube. You're not supposed to be fighting with the lady, the cashier at the store. It's like that is what they want you to focus on, because it's a distraction from the whole big picture, right? It really is. So if you're doing all those little things, yesterday I thought it was just insane, and I'm going to share this, and this is all we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to move on. That yesterday while I was live, and it was an amazing live, it was fun interacting with everyone as per usual, you know, making jokes in spite of this crazy, you know, energy we're feeling. And I brought up the gum chewing thing, and you cannot even believe the comments that I got about the gum chewing. And, you know, basically I had explained to the first person was that, you know, you have the choice to watch. No one forces you to watch someone. And if you watch someone and don't like the way they speak, look, talk, whatever, it is this thing that we have. It's really life-changing. You can click the fuck off. You can turn the station, you can get off of the video, you can walk away, you can choose not to engage, and it's the end of that. There's no judgment of why do you do this, why do you do that. Would you walk into someone's house and go and tell them your decorations are disgusting and they're blinding, change everything, I am grossed out here? It's like, you wouldn't do that. That's manners, to not judge people like that, right? And then so anyways, when I stood up for myself, all of a sudden I was a fraud. And all of a sudden, and all these other people were chiming in too, honey. They were like, if you think gum chewing's not rude, I gave you more credit than you deserve. Like, gum, people, gum. There is so much incredible, important shit out there. These motherfuckers took time out of their day to go on YouTube and find a monkey chewing gum, to send it to me and put in my comments. Disgustingly demeaning, trying to be just overall rude. These are adults. It just, number one, made me so upset, because I thought we really are farther along than we need to be vibrationally. And if these are the kinds of things that people are going to do and say and take their time to send me a monkey chewing gum, most people messaged me and said, Missy, I can't even hear it. And it doesn't bother me because that I'm not going to get distracted from the overall message. And that's exactly what the whole point is not to be distracted by I touch my hair, or I cough, or I chew my gum, or I drink my coffee, or you see me touch. It's so bigger than that. And I'm so glad that this happened yesterday, because there are no accidents about things. And I think it happened yesterday because the angels want to show us and go, this is the divide here. There's people that are going to freak out and focus on little things and turn in a second and call you fraud and this and that and that. But you've been watching me though. And then attack you personally and be so immature like that. And then you have these other groups of people that are rising above that and not letting that affect us. And I found it amazing that people liked the comments that those people wrote. It was so unbelievable to me. And I do thank the very few people that did stand up for me, and there were a few, and I thank you for that, because let me tell you, that shit does not go unnoticed. I appreciate that. It happened yesterday for us to really take a step back and look and go, that's not something so important to focus on, is that she's chewing gum. But the overall picture is that I'm trying to bring awareness and be inspiring and, show people by, being the example of what happens and what can be done. I just thought it was just amazing. Look at that, 7 of Swords. That's a deception. That's the fuckery. People being selfish. People being jealous. People envying other people. Like, how can you possibly be that upset at another person who their job is just to come out here and to spread awareness and be funny, or to talk stories, or to put cards? And to the point of it is that you got to be at a really bad place for you to come at someone like that. 7 of Swords can be a lot of different things, and in this moment it just feels like it's stealing the truth, and that's what the dark energy wants to do. Steal the truth, because truth is light. Truth is power. People don't like it that I say what I want to say. They don't like it that I don't have a filter. They want me to conform and be this robotic person and have the manners. Chewing gum is that big of a deal that I'm being called disgusting and being called all these different names and saying I have no manners? Chewing gum. So many other things that I can think of that are way beyond that need addressing. Don't fall into that. It's going to push our buttons, because it's going to be so insanely crazy, the things you could be accused of, the things that people will poke and poke and poke at you. So it's going to be an extreme amount of strength on our part to just ignore and walk away. Seriously, it's going to take this extreme amount of courage, because it's going to come from such a place of hatred and off left field shit too. You're going to be like, wait, all of a sudden now it's this? I thought it was that. Wait, now all of a sudden you're accusing me of this, but all of that, but I thought you were watching me. Like, what the fuck? What just happened here? It's like this mind-blowing thing. I'm going to just say this right now today, and after this I want us to focus on all of our abundance that's coming in, okay? People feel the shift that's happened, and those that didn't get on the train, so to speak, are freaking the fuck out, okay? This is where we're at. Now, next card here is the 3 of Coins and the 2 of Swords. Okay, so it feels like with this 2 of Swords, not seeing something. See? She's not seeing something because she's blindfolded. And then the 3 of Coins is teamwork and collaboration, but it looks like this person's all by themselves, right? You don't see anybody with them. Not very good cards, these first 3 cards. 7 of Swords, 3 of Coins, but this dude by himself in the 3D world. You see that? In the 3D world, he's standing there by himself. But you see these hands up here? That's like, I guess, angelic, spiritual help. But he feels alone. Like he's doing all this by himself, like he doesn't have any support. And what's funny is that's how they tried to hit me yesterday and last night, is I started to feel like I'm in this alone, in this 3D experience. How come in the time of needs, when we need people and we need whatever, I felt alone? That's how they tried to hit me. And very quickly I realized I may be alone in the physical, in a form, of course we're not alone, but you see what I'm saying? But I'm not really, not in the spiritual. In the spiritual, I have an entire army of motherfuckers ready to go, and you know, our ancestors and our guides and shit, right? And an amazing soul tribe out there that, you know, is on the same wavelength as me and has been through the same shit. And this, you know, the thing about it is that the divide that's happening is a big deal, because we're stronger together, and our light is brighter when we're all together than we are separated. And it's this wanting to separate people, to, number one, get them alone, because they're not as strong singly, individually, as they are in numbers. And so this is really the time to group together. Light workers in general, a lot of light workers are being psychically attacked. A lot of twins that are going to start coming into union are being psychically attacked. And it's this panic, because I think what's happening is people are realizing it's too late now to stop all this abundance, or whatever this is, unions or whatever that's coming in for people. The shift has happened. It has happened for this first group of people that we're channeling, this first group of twins. It has happened in the ethers, in the 5D. It's done. And I'm telling you right now, what's happening is in the works, in the 3D, is this, the bridge has been created between 5D, 3D, between 3D and vortex, however you want to look at it. And I think that just, it's like chaos right now. Even the planets above are trying to scrap with each other, you know? Love and war, look at that. The lovers, I told you, it's about this union, this intense union between two people. Now, this is where I'm talking about the 5D and the 3D. As you can see in this 3 of coins, right? He's by himself in the 3D, but above here, he's not. So this would be really symbolic of where a lot of us are. We're here, not with them yet, but in the ethers, in the 5D, in the spiritual realm. We've always been together, fused together. It's an illusion that here we're alone. It really is an illusion. Being together, as you can see, these two people are like in a circle, in a bubble. And there is like this geometric shape, right, that they're in. Looks like a triangle, but almost like a kite sort of looking thing. They're in a protection bubble. It's protected. It can be Gemini energy too, but it's protected. This union, this meeting, these souls have such a huge mission here to help bring awareness and raise the consciousness and all these things, right? Humanitarian work. It's just protected heavily. It's an illusion right now that we are alone. We're alone for now. That's the key word here, or keywords, for now. We haven't met them yet. And for some of you, you have, but you're not in this relationship yet, okay? Hold on. The person that I believe to be my person would be a perfect match for me in many ways, but also in this way of giving me this opportunity or opportunities to be able to hit a much broader platform. Because, you know, I have a great platform now. But imagine you, like I said, shining your light by yourself. It's bright, but it's not as bright as when you collaborate with another person. So this is the whole point of that, right? Is that you would probably be grouped with a person that it's like they have a skill set, or they have means, whether it's money or whether it's connections, to be able to assist in this mission. I feel like something flipped over here. It's kind of hard to tell with these cards because they are just kind of all the same color almost. Like, it's kind of pastel-y. All right, I guess not. Let me just get a few more out and then we'll kind of feel it out. Just a lot of turmoil is going to be happening right now. And we just need to stay in our power and we need to stay in our truth and not let what people say about us rock our world. We know who we are. We know what we do. I know I'm not a fraud. So do you think I get upset when people call me that? No. Many times on live, many times on live on my Instagram, xi_Missy_xi, people watch me live to see me predicting these things, and then it comes to be predicting it 2 seconds later, the card falls out. You see what I'm saying? I have receipts. I don't feel threatened by the fact of people saying I'm a fraud, because I know I'm not, and I know who the fuck I am. I didn't choose this profession. This isn't my calling. It chose me. You know, I don't get my feathers ruffled by that. That's where we're at. You may be poked and picked at, especially if you're meant to do this thing, this journey that you're on. If this is like your mission, your soul call, they're going to come and attack that to get you off that path, because that's your path. That's your soul mission. That's your calling. That's going to be your contribution to this world. See what I'm saying? It's so much bigger than, well, are we going to get married and have kids? That's the cherry on top, is the love part of this. The most important thing that I think many people are forgetting about is if you are truly a twin, you have work to do. You have the Nine of Wands. This is so intricate in this card. He's on top of a pyramid, and what looks like he's walking on like these layers of almost like light. See that? Reaching the top. But it almost looks like he's trying to get away from something. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. They're afraid. He looks like he's trying to get away from something to me. Like he's trying to get so high and above it or away from it that it can't touch him. That's what it looks like he's doing. It's like he's trying to run from the light. Don't run from the light. Don't run from what is for you. Don't run from what's good and then gravitate towards what's bad. Bad feels good, right? That's kind of the bottom line here. It's easier to fall into the trap of being sucked into being grouchy, being negative, being hateful, being jealous, being all these things. It really is. The meat suit that we're stuck in, those are the things that come very easily. This would be your reminder to not run away or not clam up when these opportunities come to you, opportunities of work, career, or in love, friendship. Basically, don't clam up, I guess, right? Now, these three cards came out together, and holy motherfuck, three major arcanas together. You have the Tower, the Moon, and the Wheel of Fortune. And I can tell you immediately, this moon is what's hidden, what is secretive. The wheel is turning, and what's happening is going to be the wheel will turn and it will reveal what the moon is hiding, and it will happen very abrupt and very suddenly. See that? A shitstorm above creates a shitstorm below, because you know it's always as above so below, right? It's 5D and then 3D that's reflected amongst each other, right? So as above so below, as within so without. A shitstorm is happening up there. It is, and it's going to create this reflection or this mirror to what's going to happen here. Okay, it's just what I feel, and it's what it is. It's a balance. And then the moon, again, something secret and hidden that will be revealed. It's also cycles and phases. Many of you, that cycle is over. They call it the new earth, right, that we're in. Whatever you want to look at it like. Potato, potato. The 3D labels are just the 3D labels. It's low vibe for us to stick to. Well, it has to be called this, and it has to be that, and it's this. That's how you know where you're vibrating at, if those things are really important to you. Like gum chewing. Like labels. You see what I'm saying? Like, if those things are the things that you want to go to war for, and you want to take your time out of your day and ruffle your own feathers about. You know, I don't like the labels because they've instilled that in me for quite some time, that now, Missy, labels are very 3D. It's, you know, we just know. But here, obviously, we have to use labels. You know, we can't just mental telepathy each other, which would be so fucking easy. But we can't do that. You also have the Wheel of Fortune, right? As I said, the wheel is turning. Apparently it's a journey song, right? If you guys have been following me for a bit, someone reminded me yesterday, because I pulled from the Angel Answers deck, the very first card on my live was Don't Stop. And I immediately started hearing Journey. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. And it was so symbolic, right? Of this energy of you're right there. It's the last leg of the race, and the last leg of the race is always the hardest. And so it was almost like this reminder to say, don't stop. No matter what they say, no matter if they call you a fraud, no matter if they tell you you can't be with that person, no matter if they say you're not good enough for that job, Do not stop believing, right? And it was really symbolic, the lyrics and shit. And what's funny is someone reminded me that a few months ago or last year, I had channeled that we would hear a Journey song. And it would be one of those things where it would be like this, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God moment. And I had that oh my God moment yesterday on camera. You know what I'm saying? So there's no editing, there's no pausing and inserting every this and that to make it look like it. It's live. You see what I'm saying? This is the most important part, and it really hit home for me. Remember I talked about they might hit us where we feel alone. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took that midnight train going anywhere. It's so funny because you guys heard me a few days ago also channel when the clock strikes midnight. And you know, and then you got the midnight train going anywhere, and then you have a small town boy growing up, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Like, it's like you, what? The midnight train going anywhere, it's this feeling of like pure surrender. I talked about that yesterday in my live. That it was like, we are no longer holding on to the lower vibe 3D things of it has to be like the very Veruca salt. You know, we all have Veruca in us. We want you to know, daddy. You know, we do. It's human nature. It's that 3D muggle part of us. But then the higher self of us, the more high vibed version of us, you know, we go, oh, no, time is an illusion. You know, it all happens when it happens. This is like a little pinhead of amount of time, you know, in the big spectrum of infinity. But you can't tell my muggle ass that, bitch. Where? You know, what are you talking about? I'm stuck in this now. You know, so we battle through that. But this, I've got to stick on subject here, please. I know, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. There's so many things I want to talk about. But anyways, there's a lot of things happening right now with synchronicities, symbolisms, things of that sort, right? The midnight train going to anywhere meant that she was being the fool and he was being the fool and taking this leap of faith. Remember, with the fool, I cannot see the bottom and I don't know what's there. I don't know if someone's there. I don't know if anyone's there. But what does it look like? What is it going to be like? You don't know. When you take the midnight train going anywhere, you don't know. You're the fool. You're just going to go where you're going. You're free. You're open. You're trusting. We are trusting. We are trusting that this is what's going to be for me. I have faith in this. I cannot see it, but I feel this is it. That's what it is. And something tells me these two people are going to meet each other on the bottom or at the next stop, the train station. They both took a leap of faith. They've both gone through all the work, done what they've got to do. And there was that illusion of living in a lonely world. It feels so exactly like this. All by yourself here in the 3D, but above you're not. You guys are together. You already are. As above, so below. But it's the fucking illusion of it, which I myself personally had to get over it. Like, I have to move on. Now, this doesn't mean we don't have lots of family. You know, I have a lot of family and I have, you know, a few close friends because as the aqua that I am, I don't trust people. So, yeah, I have a big family and very few friends. But, so it's not that we're literally, physically alone. It's, we're not with our partner. And our partner is the person that we're going to go to war with. You know, and it's like, well, where are you? And this is why I feel it's so important that this first group of twins is coming together at any second, because it's like the war is starting. I mean, it's starting up there, isn't it? Eight of Swords, mental entrapment. That's where we don't want to be. We don't want to start tripping ourselves out. We don't want to start thinking all this crazy shit, these fears, creating it, right? You can create it. You can manifest it. So what we do is, as per motherfucking usual, is do the best that we can, be the most positive that we can, deal with our obstacles that happen throughout the day the best that we can. We're going to take a moment to breathe and not allow this paranoid energy, this warlike energy, this energy to fuck with us. We are going to take each moment as it comes, and I'm taking my own fucking advice here. I'm going to take each moment as it comes. It's an extremely stressful time right now for me too. My physical surroundings are chaotic because we're, you know, moving. And so it's affecting me even more. So I know this is just temporary. By next week, we're out of here. And by next week, I'll be sitting in a hotel room, you know, and living it up until time to move into my new home. So I don't care what your circumstances is. If you're sitting at your job right now, at your desk, and you're tripping the fuck out, I want to tell you, don't let that moment consume you. It is just a moment. Let it pass. That person is hurting your feelings. They didn't call you, or they're ghosting you, or you know, whatever it is that you just got betrayed by them. People like to say you reap what you sow, and the karmic scales and all these things, and it's true. I found it funny yesterday that somebody told me, "Oh, Missy, be careful. You're going to reap what you sow and all these things." What am I doing? But chewing gum. Like, you see the severity of that? I'm chewing gum. And it was, you'll reap what you sow and this and that. Like, wow. Anyway, here comes Archangel Michael with the siren for protection. Just don't be in your head is my point. We're heavily protected by the angel. I'm telling you, it's the illusion of, oh my God, oh my God. You think the angels would leave you out there like that just, and you have this mission, this calling, you're part of the chosen? No. Knight of Wands. The Knight of Swords, 2 knights. Somebody wants to communicate with you. But they're nervous about what they want to say or what they want to do. Because swords are thoughts, right? And then wands are actual movement. It's almost like they want to, but they're nervous. This Knight of Swords is like walking uphill, and it's like whatever it is, they're making it harder on themselves. I think what they're doing is they're overthinking it with this 8 of Swords. You or another person wants to communicate, or this could be the twin, right? This could be your boss. I don't know what this is. And you're making it worse by going through it over and over and over and over and over and over in your head, creating something maybe that's not there. It feels like it's just, I want to do this and I want to communicate, but then, and it's simple and it's easy, but then I'm making it difficult. That's what it feels like. 6 of Wands, wow. Victory. Public eye. This is somebody that looks like they're surrendering though to it. You know, they're on their back. They're holding like one light rod. It almost looks like pointing it up like this. It's like, I am now open to this, where now the light can come in and now I can shine really bright. Where I feel like if you're closed up like this, the light can't get in there, right? It's almost like that's the heart chakra that he's like exposing to the world and going, oh, here I am, open and vulnerable. And I feel like that's what's going to make people turn their head and look at you, is your vibration and your light, but also that you're going to be vulnerable. So it means that you're going to be putting yourself in not red flag situations, because we are seasoned. We run from the red flags. We don't entertain it. But you're going to be like the fool energy, like being like the girl and the boy that gets on the midnight train going anywhere. Your gut tells you this train, it's this train, it's this train. And I don't care where it's going. Something in my gut is a calling. Something's pulling me home. Something's calling me home. Something's saying I should do this job. Something's saying I should reach out to that person. Why am I drawn to do this? Why do I feel like this? It's a calling. Calling home. 2 people are going to come back home to each other, that homecoming that I kept seeing. Strength, XI, and the Page of Cups. So strength here is, of course, us getting a hold of our shit. See how there's a light coming from the eye of this lion? The all-seeing eye. It's not the third eye, it's this eye right here, but I just saw it in my head. They said, oh, it's the all-seeing eye. And it looks like it's very symbolic of the Eye of Horus, too. An extreme amount of clarity comes, and almost a knowing comes when you tackle your demons. And when we allow ourselves to marinate, right, and we don't find the strength to rise up from it, we become blinded to everything around us, the truth. We become muddled in the dirt. That's why it's so important for us not to entertain these people, not to entertain these situations and circumstances, because energy is contagious is the point, right? Shit rubs off on shit. Like, I mean, it's what it is, right? So, energy is contagious. This is an extreme amount of strength that's going to be needed in all situations right now, literally, seriously. Strength not to smack a motherfucker. Strength to ignore people that are throwing stones at you and dogs that are barking at you, in the sense of, not real dogs, obviously, but, like, people's... People are always going to have something to say about you. They're going to judge everything about you because they're not in your position. They're sitting at home doing God knows what, I don't know, but they're not doing what you do, right? They don't do it like you. They can't do it like you. So, but then like the worst thing too, you don't ever want to be that person, is my point. You don't ever want to be the person on the other end going like this, doing this. You don't want to do that. Don't do that. You don't like something. It's okay not to like something. It's okay to have something drive you fucking nuts. I'm an aqua. I have zero patience. I'm so like impatient with things. If I don't like something, I click off. I don't take my time out of my day to go and insult people, to go insert my opinion and butt my nose in their ass crack and put my judgy opinions on them. That's low vibrational. And for you not to see the most obvious thing about it, that is low vibrational, by not staying in your own fucking lane, then it's that, and that's the basics. Now this is, you're talking ABCs 1, 2, 3s, and if you can't even see those basics, then I don't know where to start with you. And I gotta tell you, we gotta move on from that with people, because that's the basics. To know you mind your business. It is a free country, but you have your opinion, but that's as if you go to your friend's house and it's not your place, and you're over here telling them all this and that and being a rude motherfucker. Or that's like if you keep watching something or listening to headphones on and going, this is disgusting, I hate it, but yet listening or yet watching, it's like everyone's standing around going, then stop watching, stop listening, what's wrong with you? It's so simple. Why are you creating chaos in this little thing, right? Chaos above, chaos within, chaos around. It's a reflection on them, not on us. We know this, but it still doesn't make it easy. It's hard. It's hard to deal with people like that, and it's hard to, just sit back and like watch it, like, wow, really? That's where your focus is? That's what upsets you so badly? To personally attack people that you don't even know, to have that hatred inside of you of jealousy or ego or whatever the fuck it is. Listen, we all have ego within us. I want to make this very clear, but that we all do. We're talking about the ego that is malicious, the ego that is selfish. That is where we're coming from with this, right? There's a spectrum of it. We're talking about the low end spectrum of this. Now, the last card at the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Someone sitting here overcome with extreme emotions. This would probably be the twin or your counterpart. They're just sitting there watching this unfold, and I feel like because they feel this brewing of something happening, right? It's a storm coming, it's this brewing of it. They're sitting there going, oh, fuck, I wasn't quite ready yet. I wasn't quite ready yet to call them. I wasn't quite ready yet to reach out. Shit. Oh, God. Clock's ticking, right? Clock strikes midnight soon. What you gonna do, boo? He's so overcome with emotions, though. He's like sitting in the middle of an ocean here. But he looks like he's a very well-dressed businessman. So this would be someone that could be very affluent, you or them. Could be a CEO, could be a business owner. And even if he doesn't dress like businessy in suits and shit, this would just show this depiction of the eliteness of this person. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it just shows that eliteness of it. It shows that he would be someone in control, or someone that's, because he doesn't look like, oh, I just wore a shirt and tie and I'm like whatever. He has this feel, and the way he's sitting and poised and everything about him. He's screaming affluent. I mean, shit, your motherfucker could be dressed in joggers and a t-shirt, but be in this position, right? It's not about that, but it's about this poise about them, no matter what they're wearing on the outside. The outside is just your suit of armor, right? It's just your suit of armor. But they're affluent in some way. They're seasoned. But they're feeling something here, and they're going, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Abundance. Yep, that's what's happening here, and the people that are not getting it are freaking out. Now, abundance can be a lot of something, right? So it doesn't have to be money or love. It could be a lot of things. Now, hold on. Let's read it from the book. Great abundance will find its way into your life. Your plans will yield prosperity, providing a sense of security about the future. Your angels will be with you as you take the actions necessary to manifest your dreams. Abundance is not always financial in nature. You may be seeking to manifest new ideas, a large circle of friends, vibrant health, or romantic love. This card can also reflect an inflow of any of these types of treasures into your life. Open your arms to heaven to receive with gratitude that which you desire. Open arms. Why am I hearing Journey again? Man, we just lived off Journey when we were young, you know? Really, like greatest hits is on my phone, in my thing, my iTunes, or whatever it is. No. It's the truth. This is us standing here open-armed, being open and receptive, saying, okay, so I'm ready. And I realize it may not come in the box that I was expecting, and I realize it may not come in the timing that I was expecting, but I realize it's going to come, and it's going to be everything I could have ever wanted and dreamed of and better. That's the catch here. The catch here is that it's going to be even better than you had suspected. I want us just to please focus on the big picture here, which is focusing on our growth, focusing on being healthy body, mind, and soul. Things irritate you, just ignore it. Don't go and put your nose in ass cracks and go and create chaos. Let people do what they're doing. You gotta just mind your own sometimes. It's about picking and choosing your battles, okay? It really is. Get off your high horses if you feel this sense of entitlement. Let people do them. Sometimes people gotta do what they gotta do. It's part of their own mission and karmic lessons and shit. Just really find that balance. Now, it's not saying let the whole world run and do whatever and whatever, but it's common sense things. Like 99% of the population out there would go, don't watch someone who's chewing gum and it bothers you. Like 99% of the world would be all on the same page. But then there's the 1% that doesn't get that. That will make fun of it. That will make all these excuses up. And when you don't say, sure, I will definitely stop chewing gum, they turn on you and say you're a fraud and you're this. Oh, this was the kicker too. That person said that my king is going to be just as trifling as me. And I found that to be very interesting to be called trifling. I haven't been trifling in a long time, honey. Not that I wasn't. Back in the day, honey, I mean, you know, we was young and crazy and shit. Oh, I'm not trifling, honey. I can assure you of that. That did not shake me either because I know. And watch when you see who my king is. Watch when you see. He ain't trifling, honey. I assure you. I assure you. Trifling, it's like they'll call you every which name that they can think of, and it's like so far from the truth that I laughed at it. Like, wow, of all the things, call me impatient. I'd be like, I am. Call me know-it-all-y. Fuck, I so am. You know, it's like I feel like I know it all, even though it's like a lesson. All these things that I know I am, but trifling. So far from the truth that it's insane. And again, we will not let it rock us. So we're not going to speak of this again. This is just me on this day reminding you guys, this is happening. Be aware of it. I've gotten a flood of emails and DMs yesterday going, oh my God, Missy, what the fuck is happening here? Feeling like they're under attack, you know? And it's like, this is why it's happening. The shift has happened and people feel it. And I want you guys to focus on what the task at hand is. When you get tested, I want you to breathe. I want you to dig deep for that strength. Pick and choose your battles wisely, guys. Please don't entertain every person throwing stones at you. Don't. I know I'm going to have to listen to my own advice too. Don't, okay? We're all in this together. We're all going to team up and we're all going to support each other. That's the other thing too, is like, how can you not support a person, a minority, a woman in this world trying to make a difference? Especially light workers. If you claim to be intuitive or you claim to do whatever you're doing, how do you not support another person? Even if you don't agree with the way they do it, even if you don't agree with their messages, even if their shit don't resonate. It's the point of, I may not resonate with you and I may not watch you on the reg or, you know, feel your vibe personally, but I got you in this way of, if you need me to shine some light here, to whatever way, oh, here we go. You see what I'm saying? It's about that. We want women to grow and prosper. We want people to grow and prosper. This is what the whole point of this new earth is bringing awareness and light. And if people are trying to get you to do the opposite, or they're doing the opposite, then that will tell you exactly where they are, on what side of the line. Okay. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, I'm only doing emergency readings until I move, and at the hotel I may be able to do some readings and stuff there, but I'll feel it out. Okay. Now, bracelets are going to be tricky because everything's going to have to go in storage. So I'm going to be mailing out prophecy bracelets and good luck bracelets this week. I'm waiting for a big amount of black tourmaline beads to come in the mail so they can string those for the evil eye ones. But trust me, you guys, everything's going to be in divine timing, okay? I'm telling you, and I'm doing the best I can, and I'm so sorry for those that have had delays in emails, even though it does take usually a couple days to a week, and those that, you know, got like forgotten about by, you know, sometimes I get so overwhelmed and I just forget something. And so I'm so sorry about, you know, all this delays and chaos, but everything for a reason, right? Everything on purpose and for a reason. And thank you all for your patience with me as we get through this transitional period right now, going from our old life into our new life. And it really is an exciting time, even though it's stressful. All right, I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.